Tonight in European football, the UEFA Champions League delivered a stunning twist that has reshaped the course of one of the sport's most prestigious competitions. Real Madrid, one of the most storied clubs in football history, has been plunged into the Champions League knockout playoffs following a dramatic final night of group stage action, a result that has sent shockwaves across the continent and reignited debate about the competition's expanded format. Like this video if you follow Champions League football, and stay tuned as we break down what this means for Real Madrid, PSG, Atletico Madrid, and the wider European landscape. Welcome to the latest edition of European Football Tonight. I'm Anchor Name, and tonight we bring you what could be one of the most consequential nights in Champions League history. The competition's new 36-team league format, introduced this season to deepen competition and extend group play, came to a frenetic conclusion, and while much of the focus over recent weeks has been on the titans of English and Spanish football, it was a late goal from an unlikely source that ultimately reshaped the knockout picture. Share your thoughts in the comments. Did you expect Madrid and PSG to drop into the playoffs? Subscribe for more updates on Europe's elite competition. The drama unfolded on Wednesday night when Real Madrid traveled to take on Benfica in Lisbon, needing a positive result to secure automatic qualification to the round of 16. Sitting just inside the top 8 of the expanded league table, Los Blancos had looked positioned comfortably, but the unpredictable nature of this revamped format, coupled with a series of results elsewhere, meant nothing was decided until the final whistle. Like this video for more deep dives into tactical and competition developments across European football. The match itself was a roller coaster. Real Madrid took the lead through 2 goals from Kylian Mbappé, whose summer move from Paris Saint-Germain has been one of the defining transfers of the season. Mbappé, already one of Europe's elite forwards, has been central to Real's rebuild under quite trying league and European circumstances, and his brace in Lisbon looked set to steer the Spanish giants to safety. Madrid's performance was strong on paper. Their attacking cohesion and interplay looked more convincing than in many of their domestic outings, and they appeared on course to finish inside the top 8 and avoid the uncertainty of the playoff round. But football, especially at this level, never unfolds on paper alone. Benfica, coached by José Mourinho, a figure with deep history at Madrid, refused to lie down. In a moment that will live long in Champions League folklore, Benfica goalkeeper Anatoly Trubin ventured forward in stoppage time for a late set piece and powered home a header in the 98th minute, sending the hosts through on goal difference and consigning Real Madrid to 9th place in the standings, just outside the automatic qualification spots. Share your reaction in the comments if that goal shocked you. It will be debated for years to come. The scenes that followed were dramatic. Mourinho's men erupted in celebration on the pitch, reaffirming the Portuguese coach's tactical acumen and resilience. For Madrid, the late turnaround was devastating, not only because it denied them direct entry to the Champions League last 16, but because it underscored how narrow the margins have become under this expanded format. Gone are the days when traditional powerhouses could settle for safe passage deep into tournament play. Now, one unexpected result can upend even the most meticulously planned campaign. Real Madrid's fall to 9th means they will now need to navigate the knockout playoff round in March. In this phase, clubs finishing 9th through 24th in the league standings are paired off in a 2-legged knockout to determine who progresses to fill the remaining slots in the round of 16. The draw, scheduled for this Friday, will set Real Madrid's opponent, a draw that could pair them with a side such as Norwegian surprise package Bodo Glimt or shock contenders like Benfica once more. Joining Real Madrid in the playoff round is defending champion PSG, who, despite a strong squad featuring stars like Mbappe before his transfer and other world-class talent, also failed to secure an automatic top 8 finish on the final night. Newcastle United and Inter Milan, among others, join the likes of Benfica, Galatasaray, and Club Brugge in this newly introduced knockout tier. a layer of competition that not only increases excitement, but gives clubs outside traditional Western European powerhouses a platform to upset the established order. The shock of Madrid and PSG dropping into the playoffs has opened the door for several clubs to secure direct passage to the round of 16, without the need for an extra set of do-or-die matches. Arsenal, Bayern Munich, Liverpool, Tottenham Hotspur, Barcelona, Chelsea, Sporting Lisbon, and Manchester City are among the teams who clinched automatic qualification, setting up what promises to be a thrilling next chapter in this season's European saga. For Madrid, the playoff round represents a strategic challenge. Traditionally, the Spanish Giants have been a fixture in the deepest stages of Europe's premier competition, a club with 14 Champions League titles, unparalleled history, and some of the game's most decorated players. But football is cyclical, and this season's league can be unforgiving. The two-legged playoff will test Madrid's depth, tactical adaptability, and psychological resilience. Veteran manager Carlo Ancelotti and his squad must quickly regroup and refocus, because a slip in March could end their continental hopes much earlier than anticipated. Like this video if you think Real Madrid can get through the playoffs and return to the last 16. Meanwhile, Atletico Madrid find themselves on the cusp of their own European journey. Finishing comfortably within the top 24, Atletico will also take part in the playoff phase and will know their opponent once the draw is made. The Spanish derby between Atletico and Real always carries extra weight, whether in La Liga or European competition, and there remains a possibility that both could meet again, depending on how the draw unfolds. This dynamic adds a layer of intrigue to the playoff round and invites renewed debate about Spanish football's representation on the continent. The revamped Champions League format has been both lauded and criticized. On one hand, it has increased the number of high-profile matchups in the league phase, giving fans more meaningful games and clubs greater revenue opportunities. On the other, traditionalists argue that it dilutes the pure knockout spirit of the tournament and places historical heavyweights at risk of early elimination or detours through playoffs. The drama of this final qualifying night, with its last-gasp goals, shifting standings, and shifting fortunes, illustrates both the excitement and the controversy inherent in this new structure. Share your perspective. Do you like the new format, or should UEFA rethink it? As we look ahead to the February and March fixtures, clubs will be preparing for a stretch where fitness, rotation, and tactical innovation will be tested. For the seeded teams in the round of 16, rest and focus on domestic league positions will be key. For playoff teams like Real Madrid, PSG, Atletico, and others, the next phase is a crucible, a chance to prove that they belong among Europe's elite, and that last night's missteps were merely a detour, not a derailment. Subscribe to the channel for continuous coverage and expert analysis as the Champions League story continues to unfold. In summary, Real Madrid's unexpected slide into the playoff round alongside PSG has added a new layer of unpredictability to the UEFA Champions League. What looked like a straightforward path to the last 16 became one of the most dramatic nights in recent memory, a night defined by perseverance, heartbreak, tactical chess, and football's enduring capacity to surprise. This competition's next chapter promises not only thrilling football on the pitch, but fresh narratives that will shape the sport for weeks to come. Thank you for watching, and we'll have full updates on the Champions League draw as soon as it happens.